I feel that I should have a wee chat with the listeners, because a lot of them have been messaging me going, where are you? Why are you not doing the podcast? Have you left the podcast? And I've just been far too busy to go, I can't really respond to this right now. So I've had a lot of major life changes, haven't I, lads?
Yeah.
In the past 8 months. Fair to say, it's been a year, and I just a lot of personal stuff going on. A wee bit of death, a wee bit of separation. It's been a right laugh. So if you're like, I'm going to message her and go, why am I not getting you in this free podcast? It's because I've been busy. So there you go. Don't come at me.
The only people who are entitled to message that to Susie is like the sponsors.
Aye.
Who don't exist.
Who don't exist.
But if you want
the hypothetical sponsors could maybe go, hey, where are you? But they aren't there.
Maybe we should create a hypothetical sponsor.
Who would that be?
Well, in a sense, we already have. It's Howarth Bespoke Furnishings,
yes,
who are currently working on my massive chest.
Yes.
Which
I've
is
got a
furniture.
massive Dungeons and Dragons style coffee table / chest with a reversible lid.
Yeah, you're not having a mahogany exoskeleton built for your chest. Pecs made of oak.
No.
But we'll see how this coffee table works out.
Well, to be fair, when I was refurbing some furniture for my new place, me and Howarth were in a wee chat.
Oh,
and yeah, just a lovely, lovely person, just a lovely human being. And I think your coffee table looks fucking immense. I mean, you're never going to be able to lift it to hoover underneath it.
that's true. It's not going to be a huge problem for me.
No. Not you. But maybe for a kind of middle-aged lady, it might be if she's having to lift that and think, he's got bodies in here. Talking about
Bodies.
chests and bodies, how did your Dungeons and Dragons go? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
was great.
I really liked it. It was something a wee bit different. Because I'd already done. I was at the I was at McCabe Comedy Festival, and I was standing next to Lee Withnail. Somebody came up to us, and we used to have a podcast together. And went, just to interrupt you guys, I'm a really big fan. And we were waiting for him to say, enjoy an album or something, and he went, big fan of your lockdown Dungeons and Dragons live stream over the internet that you did, Roll and Slice.
Fuck's sake.
We've never met anybody who's ever heard of it, never mind was a fan of it. We're completely taken aback. So it was cool doing Dungeons and Dragons again, but in a different vibe.
Are you thinking about relaunching it?
Don't know.
I think this will keep going. I think the Mighty Helm of Ballathor
Yeah.
deserves more. Thor, my son enjoyed it. He played a straight-edged paladin.
Did you like it?
He did like it. I know
Yeah.
it's hard to tell with him sometimes. But
I wonder where he gets that from.
we had Louise Stewart was a bard. Robert Florence is a dungeon master. Christopher was a Cockney gnome. Were you a
Yeah, I
gnome?
was a halfling,
A halfling.
not a gnome.
I know.
Similar but different.
And I was a cowardly homosexual wizard.
Wizard. Yeah.
On type,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Camp line from Wizard of Oz meets Magical Wizard.
But then you had to, I don't know, it just felt like the character kind of morphed as kind of jaded gay wizard who
Jaded gay
was
wizard.
kind of
Hard not
frustrated.
Hard not to.
That's how I feel after the past year. I'm a fucking jaded gay wizard. That's, I was living, I should tell the listeners and the viewers, because we're on YouTube. Here Comes The Guillotine on your YouTube. That I was living vicariously through yous in the group chat. Wasn't there?
Oh,
So
'cause
a
you were
lot of
in
the
the,
build-up. I was in the group chat. It was
Uh-huh.
very interesting after the first day.
What did you find?
That I had no fucking clue what you were talking about, but it was
pretty dense.
it seemed good. I liked the fact that Thor went paladin.
Yeah, he was a very straight-edged. He very much played to type. God, I don't think you should do that. We should do what it said on the sign.
Is
But
he a
then-
rule follower?
In life, yes. He took exception the other day to me referring to him as a biscuit-passing people-pleaser.
What does that mean? Somebody who...
Who you are,
Oh, okay.
you know.
A helpful, kind person.
He's a helpful, kind person, and you've got to dig that out, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
Aye, there's almost an innocence to that, isn't there?
Yeah.
You need to get some cynicism into him.
Life will rob you of your desire to pass out the biscuits.
And have you been down in London recently?
Yeah.
How's it been?
Great.
Great.
Love London. It's hot. It's been hot recently. As the planet heats up, obviously, global warming is wonderful in Glasgow, but actually in a lot of other places, it's a terrible thing.
It's really fucking not wonderful in Glasgow because
You
what we
find
get is warm rain. It's like having the weather of Singapore but without any of the benefits of being in Singapore.
Also, everyone's brain seems to cook real quick in Glasgow.
Christopher just had a turn.
Yeah, no, I did feel kind of strange there, but I think that's unrelated. It was like, yeah, I do feel like people are getting daft and cooking like their brains a wee yolk and their egghead, but I don't know, just being in the park and the sun's shining, the river's flowing, the birds are flying, the squirrels are running about, the rat infestation is literally going over your feet and into your house in some cases.
I think it's quite nice in London when you're there and it's kind of nice weather and you can sit in the park and all that. The reality of that in Glasgow is that people just go to the park and get fucking smashed during the day. Like, they are wrecked for 4, half 4. And if you've not been in the park because you might have a job and be at your work or whatever, you then go to the pub and get fucking smashed for 8:30 on a Tuesday. It's wild.
It's one of life's great pleasures.
It's like what we do in our spare time on a sunny days. We just go to the pub.
Batman would clean up in Glasgow, man. He wouldn't even really need to do martial arts.
No.
Just push people.
Just push people over and trip them.
Yeah.
Like behind you, and then they turn round and knock themselves out.
Smash them in a fucking tree.
I was in and out of London for a day and it was 32 degrees and it was fucking boiling. Because we're just not designed. Like, you know, like if you're in Australia, right? You and I have both done Australia and it's like 32, 42 degrees. You're like, fuck, it's warm.
42.
Aye, but it's like tree-lined streets and everywhere's air-conditioned and fucking marble tiled floors. It's just, you can just live in it because it's all right. But here you're like, fuck, getting on a tube in 32-degree heat. Like, you will literally kill somebody.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Well,
horrible.
part of the thing is, like, it's adaptation now, isn't it? So, like, it's going to be 1.5 degrees warm and then you need to have different, you know, blend of tarmac on an airport and so on. But by the time we fucking do any of that, it'll be like 2 degrees warming. That stuff will be useless by the time we bring it in.
Aye. It's bullshit. You look like you're going to go to sleep. Look at your little sad eyes. You're just taking the specs
That
off.
katsu curry's absolutely devastated me. Just back from the Nippon Kitchen.
Fucking wiped them out.
We got a voucher to Nippon Kitchen. Christopher forgot it.
Did you
We'll
forget
use
that
it.
voucher?
Yeah, it's still here. The wee
That's
red envelope's
fucking
still here.
brilliant.
But we'll use it tomorrow, I guess.
Can I just... I love how I'm only in for a few hours tomorrow, but we're still planning lunch.
Aye.
I
I've
love
got
it.
the voucher.
It's like, you know, when you get away from school at lunchtime, but they still give you an interval. Remember those days? Oh, what a time in my life. A time in my life. Are you sure do you look like you need a sleep?
Yeah, I might go get a glass of water if you can.
I've been telling him he's been working too hard.
Have you?
Yeah.
I know. And has he?
Aye, he's away doing all his like warm ups for the Fringe, and he's like, I've got 4 days off before the Fringe. He says, it's like, what's this? 25 days before the Fringe, and I'm like,
Isn't
what?
it funny? Like, I remember going through that spell, whereas now, I don't know if it's because of everything that's happened in the past year or whatever. I'm in the biggest room. I'm like the third biggest room at the festival, and I'm like, it's a good enough show. It's a good show. We're going to have a laugh. What'll be, will be. This is like, I've now turned into you. I'm now just like, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. It's a good show. I know it's a good show, and do you know what? I'm going to have a nice time performing it, but I'm just not going to get myself into that panic that you normally get yourself into over the Fringe. I don't know if it's because last year I just went, fuck it, it'll be what it'll be.
the thing about panic is it's almost never necessary.
Mm.
And when it is necessary, panic is the least helpful thing you can feel. Do you know what I mean? There's very few occasions in life you actually need to panic. And when you do, you don't want loads of adrenaline flying about.
Nah,
You want to be calm.
And I think I'm living in Edinburgh for the full month.
All right, good, great.
So there's no travel back and forward. I will literally move there. That'll be great. It's 10-minute walk from the venue. I'm going to, in Edinburgh Leisure, let you pay as you go to use the gym as well, or you can pay a monthly thing. So I'm going to do that and really just kind of sleep and eat right and just be settled. Do you know what I mean? And just go and do the show and have a nice time. And I've not taken on loads of other shows. I've literally just went, I'll do a couple of Best of the Fests, and that's it.
Well, draw a line under it would be my advice, and don't start going, oh, I ran into someone and I'm doing their show at fucking 1 in the morning.
Fuck that. And also, I've got no interest. I've got no interest in going out for beers or anything like that. Because what happens is you just end up in a cycle of doing that all the time. It was like I got an email the other day, and it was, when would you like reviewers to come in?
Never.
And I was like, I just whenever. And they were like, are you sure? And I was like, do you know what? Does it really matter if a reviewer fucking gives me a 3-star? Does it? I don't think it does matter.
Behind a paywall to fucking 13,000 PE teachers, which is what the fucking Scotsman and the Herald is these days. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, now, I think social media has at least displaced all that.
100%.
People will look up a show on their feed and go, what are people saying about it?
Yep, they'll see a poster and they'll go into their Instagram or they'll go into their socials and they'll just get it up. And I'm just like, yeah, fucking, what'll be, will be. Just like...
Christopher, you planning a major breakdown in the middle?
Every year.
Standard.
I had one last year, I wasn't even doing it.
I know.
Just like, you know, when people talk about, I was talking to a pregnant comedian one time, and she was saying that even though she stopped gigging for maternity leave, every night at like 8 p.m, she would get an adrenaline spike because her body was just used to, I'm about to go on stage. And I think that's what happens with me in August, is even if I'm not actually doing the Fringe, I will have a mental breakdown and shit myself anyway. Certainly that's what happened in 2023. Oh, 2024.
I was asked if this year, because I'm staying in Edinburgh for the full month, would I like go to any of the parties? You know, like the Dave party. I've never been to a Dave party.
It's good. Shuffleboard.
Apparently so, but you know, that way I'm just like, I don't think I will. I think I'll probably just be in the house.
Being around a stressed comedy community where people just want to tell you about their projector malfunctioning, that shot is kind of like, it's the worst. There's some nice people, and it's like the worst time to meet them. Yeah. It's when you're in the middle of a stressful run.
That is very, very true. Very true. I remember walking down the street maybe about 3 years ago, and I was walking towards like Pleasantstone, and I met Kieran McAllister, who wasn't doing a show, and we just chatted. And do you know that way you just chat to someone who are involved in the Fringe and they're working around it, but they're not in it. And it was like one of the most calming conversations I've ever had with somebody in Edinburgh. Do you know what I mean? Because they weren't frantic about staff, because that's what venues are like. They weren't frantic about techs. They weren't frantic about reviews or ticket sales. And I also think the Fringe will be different this year because you've got all those Oasis gigs and there's like hardly anybody's doing a full run. Me and Christopher, Mary-Elaine Robertson, shouting to us.
What time's Oasis done? I'm trying to get some coked up freaks from Glasgow to come see me.
I'd imagine it'll be done for about 10, half 10, so miss you.
It's a clash, me and Owen, we are clashing, unfortunately.
Aye, I'll be alright.
Have you got the night off for Oasis?
No, I'm going to Manchester on Friday.
Alright.
Going to see their first night in Manchester.
I still want to see, isn't it?
Aye, going to see their first night in Manchester, and then what I did do was the Monday that you would generally take off for the Fringe, they're playing the Tuesday, so I've actually taken the Tuesday off because I was like, well, the weekends will look after themselves.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to be like, do you know what will be a laugh sitting on a train from Glasgow to Edinburgh with all the Oasis fans while I go to the festival.
Yeah.
But I'm far enough away from it at the Fringe because I'm up the other side of town that
You'll be fine.
Be alright. No any trams up that part of town.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be alright as well.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Christopher, you're collapsing under way at work, man.
Mate,
you need a fucking
it's not. I just
Uma
had
Thurman in Pulp Fiction.
I do need an adrenaline shot, but I just had a virus at the weekend. I don't think it's working. I'm not doing. I took like 2 days off to play the Switch 2, so it can't be a work thing really.
How is the Switch 2?
It's pretty great. I mean,
I think you're playing it too hard.
Spoken like that.
Yeah. It's pretty great. There's magnets. It has magnets on it, which is cool. Like
to what end?
But it's
I can't really think of why it's.
But to like put it in your freezer.
Nah, it's like. Do you know how? You never had a Switch?
Yeah.
You do?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, do you know how the Wii controllers click in? Now, you don't have to slide them. The magnets click.
Oh.
So there's no sliding. This is why you've paid hundreds and hundreds of pounds for a slightly better version where you don't have to slide things, even though that's not an issue for anybody on the planet. The buttons are slightly comfier. The screen is maybe half an inch wider and doesn't really have any good games yet. But I'll tell you what, it's worth every penny. It was worth going out to either Silverburn or Clyde or Braehead. I can't remember which one I went to. It was Braehead I went to, yeah. I had to get public transport at Braehead to pick it up. Which was...
What games are you playing?
What games am I playing? Persona 4. It's about these Japanese teenagers in a small town. Children are being murdered. And there's this television, when it gets foggy, there's like a portal opens up your TV and you get pulled into this other world, which is a kind of criticism of media. And you have to, as a demon inside you have to confront your true feelings in it to like rip off the mask that you wear in society, and then underneath it's the real you. And you use this to kind of solve the crime. I mean, it's insane.
I'll be honest with you, I'm more a Mario Kart girl.
Yeah,
I'm
Mario
all
Kart's
about
good.
throwing some bananas and some shells and taking you out if I'm racing against you. That's me.
I played Mario Strikers last night.
What's that?
It was for the GameCube, but on the Switch 2, you get some old GameCube games. So it's like Mario Football. Yeah, I took Wario to a cup final and was
Wario?
unfortunately bested by Yoshi.
Fucking who goes Wario?
I love Wario. He's a big fat mess, and
Fucking Wario.
he's got a horrible mustache and he eats garlic.
Wario is straightforwardly evil, whereas Waluigi is more tormented by self-hatred.
And also a bit of a
Right.
dick dastardly, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is my contribution to the computer chat. I feel that I've joined the club.
What was Dick Dastardly all about? Who was he?
He was the comic actor Terry Thomas.
Oh, I see.
You know, all these characters in Hanna-Barbera are just rip-offs of things that were popular.
Yeah.
So they went, let's get Terry Thomas, and they got a guy with a moustache now.
Yeah.
Big chin.
And what was his character in films of the day?
He was a cad
Oh, I see.
and a bounder.
Yeah.
And he was in a school for gamesmanship or something. There's a really funny film where it's like where you learn to be an arsehole, basically.
Cad is such a great word, isn't it? A cad. Mate, I remember the press used to describe James Hewitt as a cad.
Cad.
As a cad.
The Victor comic had a strip called Captain Cad, and it was like this captain in the Second World War who was a cad, who was an arsehole and a coward, and his Batman, his, kind of infantry guy that had to do stuff for him, ended up doing all the stuff. So it was a bit like Hong Kong Phooey, where Captain Cad would be like, take all the wrong decisions out of weakness, right? There's a really great panel where they're going, we should stop here and camp for the night. They're in the desert with some tanks or something. Captain Cad's just pointing ahead going, no, we will reach there before nightfall. And you can just see at the end of his finger, it's just like stars and darkness. And they're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Captain Cad.
But then the Batman would always sort something out, and then Captain Cad would end up getting fucking decorated for it or something.
Oh.
Right, okay.
It was a kind of class-conscious kids comic.
It was a criticism of the Charge of the Light Brigade type shit.
Yeah, but set hundreds of years later.
Yeah.
But also, I can't believe you go Wario.
Listen.
I quite like a wee Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's a new Donkey Kong game, Donkey Kong Bonanza, where there's like a rock in it who's your friend. He's like a sentient rock, but then it turns out that's actually Pauline, the mayor of New Donk City. It's a young version of her. She's a singer who's a mayor.
And a rock?
And she's a rock now as well. She's cursed or something.
Is
Rock
there
singer?
is there still a shortage of Nintendo Switch 2s in Glasgow?
I've stopped taking an interest now that I've got one.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard really to be like, you need to get it because it's not that much better than the Switch One, and there's no games yet.
Did they manage to step round the copyright of King Kong by calling it Donkey Kong? So we could just do like a Rocky movie and call it Donkey Rocky? Like, it seems so basic.
Do you know it was? I think it was supposed to be a King Kong. It was supposed to be Popeye game. Super Mario. That's why he's like a wee kind of working class guy, and then at the top it was supposed to be Bluto throwing barrels at him. Because why would fucking King Kong throw barrels at somebody? It's not something he does. But sailors, dock people do that. So Donkey Kong was supposed to be Bluto, and Mario was supposed to be Popeye, and Princess Peach was supposed to be Olive Oil. But they lost the rights, so they had to just make up a cunt.
Did you? There was an interview with somebody from Warner Brothers. Did you see that about the Popeye movie? And the guy had said, "What, like, where have you seen most coke in a film set?"
What was the most coked up film set you ever been at?
And he just went, "Popeye."
Yeah.
My spinach. I make cocaine.
But then when they just showed you clips of the film, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I can see that now."
If I was Olive Oil, I would be fucking riding Bluto, not Popeye, who looks fucking deformed.
Popeye looks like
He's
he's
like-
got no teeth.
Bluto's
and-
deformed.
Fucking aging disease.
Olive Oil, man. She was kind of deformed in her own way. She had that wiggly disease. She was always going.
But that would have been good.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
On some level, yes.
On some levels.
Fuck's sake.
Olive oil. Did we not have that bit about using olive oil as lube at some point?
No, come on, come on.
But he means actual olive oil.
Aye, I know,
Yeah.
aye.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying grind up Popeye's girlfriend and make her into a lube. That would be
Remember she had
insane.
that pal that was just like a hairy, kind of faceless. Yeah, the goons were from Popeye. Do you know what I mean? So there were these things called goons, and they were like big, hairy, without features, kind of surreal. I guess a kind of, a thing that drifted in from surrealism. This just kind of like hairy Matt people.
A troglodyte.
And Wimpy, who was like just a guy that liked burgers.
Yeah.
I guess it meant
was
something
awesome.
back in the time, but you were reading it as a kid going, who's this guy that likes burgers? What the fuck's that got to do with it?
And Wimpy was Wimpy looked a bit like a South Park character as well, didn't he? Just had that kind of like, just a face and...
It looked like he was on a fucking register.
like many a South Park character.
He was a burger addict. He had an eating disorder.
So did Popeye.
That's
A
true.
spinach addiction. Popeye did look like a kind of old guy that had returned from war that would just scoop a woman up in the middle of Times Square and kiss her.
Didn't know her.
Didn't know her.
She was never seen again.
No. I bet he looked like one of those old guys that could gun. Remember those? That's what he looked
Why
like.
were they like that? Because they had no teeth.
Yeah.
Right.
He was crossing off the women on his tattoos. He probably had like.
And then he would
It's
just
number 14.
smoke their bones in his pipe.
I remember my nana took me and my cousin Daniel, my granddad was there as well. We went to Blackpool when I was like 12. And my cousin got a Wimpy plush,
Now you're talking.
like a doll. And I wanted it so fucking bad. He wouldn't let me touch it. Never mind, hold it. I still kind of resent him now that we're both in our 30s.
When I was 7, I had a Wimpy birthday party.
As in, it was in the restaurant? Or
It was upstairs in the restaurant, and Mr. Wimpy comes along, who's dressed as a beef eater.
Where was the Wimpy restaurant?
It was in Tucky Hall Street. It's where the McDonald's
Yeah.
was. There was also one in Ingram Street. Because the
And
thing with
M&D's, of
Wimpy
course.
was you could sit in.
Yeah.
Wimpy was better.
You get plates and all that. You used to
Right.
get a bender and a bun.
A blender in a bun.
That was like a smoked sausage and a bun.
Like a brat. First.
More like a smoked sausage that you would stick in the microwave or get in the chippy. I wouldn't go as far and say it was a culinary delight.
Okay.
When I used to get around England, like in clubs, you always knew you were up against it if you're in a town that still had a Wimpy.
Aye,
That was a kind of.
marker.
Yeah.
Wimpy Blockbuster.
My friend Crystal Evans, friend of the podcast, she recently was asking if she should take her kids to M&D's
No.
for a day out.
Depends how attached you is.
That's basically what I said.
Did you say take some WD-40 and some ratchet screwdrivers or something?
I just said maybe Google is M&D's dangerous, and then look at the first 10 results, and then get
Make
back.
up your mind.
Yeah.
Aye.
Have you ever been to M&D's?
Yeah, a couple
Yeah.
of times.
What do you think?
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. Not quite space program. Like people die on the space program, right? And looking around M&D's, those people did not look like they would get a job on the space program.
Yeah.
It
That's the
wasn't exactly
calculation I made.
NASA, was it?
No.
No. Although I do remember taking the nieces and nephews there, and the wee nephew was about 6 at the time, and you know those kind of like water boats they go on at M&D's. So the guys, they'd obviously finished, and the guys were like, right, just park it up at the side, and they were obviously waiting to pull it in. And the bold nephew had done a full-on reverse park into position at 6 years old, and I was like, where are we, man, that a 6-year-old can reverse park better than most adults?
Have I told the story about my cousin? I know I spoke about Daniel quite a lot, my cousin, in this episode, but we went to M&D's together, and he had a little football chain on. I told you about this?
No.
He had a little football chain, a necklace with a little golden football, and then he was on the flying carpet that goes and like the bar pushed the football into his chest, and he had a little crater in his chest with it. I was just sitting next to him in the magic carpet, and he was fucking screaming, man. And that's my main memory of M&D's. Whenever someone asks me, should I take my kids there, I'm like, if you want them to be like irrevocably changed.
Do you ever go to the carnival?
Which one?
The Iron Brew Carnival?
Iron Brew Carnival. It gets you through. Do you ever go to the carnival?
What one?
The
Like
one at
Glasgow
the-
Green? Or?
No, the one at the SCCC.
My dad used to get free tickets because he was a hairdresser and he was cutting somebody's hair, and instead of paying, they go, hey, here's 2 tickets to take Christopher down to the old Iron Brew Carnival.
I took Mia one time, and Dodgems are a nightmare.
Yeah.
Was it Scottish Daz?
Aye.
You bumped into them. And like, you can't handle it.
How very dare you?
Yeah, exactly. But I'd also been in what was before the SEC Carnival, which is why that's what it was. They used to have it in Kelvin Hall.
Yes, I remember that. I
But they
remember
stopped
that.
because the waltzers came off and fucked right into the wall 2 years in a row. And I think
What's
that's
the
really
chance? Deirdre Chambers, what a coincidence.
2 years in a row?
2 years in a row was what did it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can't do it 2 years in a row. That's a sign that things have to change.
But do you remember it used to be Glasgow Green as well? It used to be a carnival at Glasgow Green.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Aye, I like the one at Glasgow. I think a carnival should be outside.
The one at Glasgow Green felt a bit like, you know, when a bunch of animals go to a watering hole
Aye,
in the desert,
aye.
and there was like sort of a predatory fringe. You know what I mean? So you could enjoy yourself with the puggies, but at the same time,
There was always a nonce.
Oh, really?
Aye.
noncery, and also just generally predatory kind of. Do you know what I mean? People
Like-
who might steal your wallet.
Aye, and also that thing, like, you would see, like, old guys, I say old, right, like, in their, like, 50s, early 60s, going to the carnival together and just mooching about and, like, eating ice cream, and you'd be like, what the fuck are you two doing here? Like, how come you're here with no kids? There's certain things that you can't go to if you're a man with no children. I'm just putting it out there. You're alright because you look like you're 5, right? So that's fine.
Yeah, but you don't know they've not hired him as a Judas goat.
Aye.
What's a Judas goat?
A Judas goat is a thing in an abattoir where they have a goat that they let go into the abattoir, and because they see it going in happily because they let it out again, the other sheep or the other goats follow it.
Looks nice in there.
Yeah.
Slaughtered.
Then the pneumatic meat grinder
But
whirls into life.
you could be that for Glasgow's paedophile
Network.
network.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
I think it might be.
GPN. 850 years old this city this year. Happy birthday, Glasgow.
Happy birthday, Glasgow. Carnival should be outside because when you're on what the things that spin about and you're in a big swing. Not steeplechase. What's the thing where it's like the parachutes?
Oh, no.
You need
they're
to be
terrible.
looking up at the sky and seeing the stars whiz past like a screensaver on a laptop
See,
or something, you know.
I don't like to go on. I don't mind a bar
You don't
on
like
a
to
cross
dangle.
mat, but I don't like to dangle. That is not for me.
You're not dangling.
No, I'm not. And see all that. Oh, it just comes over the top and holds you in. No,
Yeah.
no.
that's what
I
they
know how
said to Daniel.
gravity works.
And then the golden ball was pushed into his 11-year-old torso by
Gravity.
machinery and gravity and centrifugal force and all that
Imagine you
stuff.
just went flying off like a fucking slingshot.
Listen,
That thing.
I was on the fucking Grand National in Blackpool, right? Do you remember the Grand National?
Yeah.
So it's that, like, the oldest, ricketiest fucking roller coaster, and you're just like, This is not this. There's no way this is past health
shut
and
that
safety.
down?
No, it's opened.
Can it be? It's no still made of wood, is it?
Aye.
Wow.
And you're like, fucking hell.
Britain's terrorists have put fuck all effort in for. That's what I thought.
Oh my
7-7. It's been 20 years of zero effort from these cunts. How hard is it to set fire to that roller coaster? Do you know what I mean?
They wouldn't. Nobody would notice.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Nobody would notice a fire in the middle of Blackpool.
Not defending ISIS's PR team, but nobody would notice. You need to make a bigger impact than setting fire to the most flammable thing.
As we've said before, 9/11 fucked it for everybody. It was just too good.
Hard to follow.
Yeah.
It's like the Matrix or something. All your sequels are going to be shite. It's the fucking Matrix.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
You know.
They've been floundering.
The
for
Wazowski?
24 years now. No,
Siblings?
the Al Qaeda.
Oh. Yeah.
Both, really.
See, be fair though, we don't really see when you've got like a president like Trump and a prime minister like Netanyahu, and you've got the Ayatollah and you've got Putin. We don't fucking need terrorists in the world anymore because it would appear that they're all in charge.
Yeah, they just disappear into the background.
Aye.
What if you're going to blow up 6 people? Good luck. They're fucking just machine gunning people at 8.
People are
Sounds-
literally being told, go there and get food from a humanitarian organisation helped set up by Israel, and then those people go and then they get shot. Like, what the actual fuck?
To me, it's like, what does the future look like for Israel? Like, in 50 years? Will it be like the way that we look at, like, South Africa? And they're, like, kind of a punchline of a country where we're, like, the most fucking racist apartheid state where, you know, and then, or is it going to be like Australia where it's, like, genocide happened, but it was so long ago that we kind of just go, well, that's what it's like there, or something. Like, what does...
I think Israel's more complex
Oh,
because
it's much more complex here, but it's also like clearly evil and wrong. So it's like, what do you do? Like, where do you go for here?
I think
Also, this hasn't happened yet.
you need to get rid of Netanyahu.
But he's just cover for them. It's like Trump in America, right? Where they go, oh my God, this terrible guy. You're like, this was happening under Biden. Do you know what I mean? Just it's a different phrasing, a different framework for the same thing.
And also, Trump's a bit more entertaining than Biden. Like, that's it. Like, there is times when I watch Trump and I do laugh because I'm like,
He's funny.
he's fucking funny. He's overtly camp. Friend of the show, listener of the pod, Mr.
David
Scott
Donald
Agnew. No,
Listen, we don't want to slag Trump too much. Friend of the show.
friend of the show.
He's
No,
done some live shows in Washington.
One Mr. Comedian Scott Agnew often sends me a GIF on a daily level of something that Trump's done or said, and it will always make me laugh because he's just essentially a very camp old man.
He's an elderly camp fascist.
And I also love the
Reminds
fact,
us all of our grandfathers. I think, on some
Exactly.
level.
and his wife fucking hates him. I like the gifs of her face. She's just like, I fucking hope somebody assassinates you. Let's go to Daily Plaza, get the roof down.
I mean, I've said it before, but I think all his security hate him, so they've floated the idea of those hats because they've got magnets in the hats.
Like a switch controller.
Yeah, to try and help the bullet find its fucking mark. Probably a very powerful magnetic helmet.
See, even when he came out a couple of weeks ago and he was like, they've been fighting so fucking long, they don't know what they're fighting over. I was like, that was actually my dad every Christmas Eve with me and my brother. Just like fucking, he was just so fucking exasperated, and everyone's like, oh my God, the president said the F word, and I'm like, that is not the fucking worst thing he has ever said or done in his life, or in fact in office. But also, I kind of liked the fact that he did. He was just like, fucking, he was just like, I fucking had it up to here. I'm sick of it. I was like, fair.
We're all, of course, assuming that what we see on the news is true.
Well, that's
and
true.
it isn't a cover-up for a giant entity like Samson or something that they're fighting in that area. If you've not heard last week's episode, this will be pretty confusing.
See, the longer the
Yeah, I
world
think even if
stays...
you did hear
Even if you did.
See, the longer the world goes on, right, do you think you're just saying to yourself that it's all just a simulation?
No, I think it's a hologram. I don't think it's a simulation. I think it's like... I think it is genuinely a hologram beamed from an infinitely far point. But does that make any difference? It's not a simulation in the sense of, you know, we're just in a different thing than we were told when we thought there was a universe with, I guess, either determinist or free will way of viewing it, however you want it to. But for some reason, it's been projected. But I think still within that, we have a version of free will.
Spoilers upcoming for the video game Expedition 33 Clair Obscura. It's a French-Japanese role-playing game. But at the end of it, at the end of Act 2, it becomes clear that the world that you're a part of is a painting by a dead child. And the parents are trying to keep the memory of the child alive by going into the painting and living there. And you realise that all your people are just figments or like fictionalised painted versions of this wee boy's life. And at the end of the game, you can either choose to burn the painting and allow the family to go on with their life in real life, or you can choose to cut off the real life and keep the fake painted thing going. That's what.
Mate, do you ever just play a game where you just fucking tune out?
Manage Blackburn to the Europa League final, mate.
Sign Gary Gillespie as a youth player from 1989.
Imagine that happened at the end of that. You're like, actually, Blackburn were painted by a child.
Aye.
I mean, the actual true reality of Blackburn that me and you experienced was far darker than these French.
I wouldn't say dark, but it was certainly...
It was an old man who had his childhood living room recreated
as the
furniture for
box.
furniture because he, in the director's box, because he wanted to have his mum or something.
Why not?
Why not, indeed?
So he's just like, he's a gruff businessman from Lancashire. He's got, I've embraced the teachings of Freud. I'm going to recreate my mother's living room in my childhood football club.
That was one of the darkest moments of my life.
Really?
And I loved it. It was great to just be in someone's fucking mental health problem for a half hour and then up.
And then save a couple of penalties.
Save a couple of penalties.
Got on the pitch. Great.
Stuff like that makes you go, yeah, it is a painting. We're just a burning painting here.
Fuck's sake.
Well, it's mathematically, it's a hologram.
Yeah.
And hold on, is this game on the Switch?
No, you need to get an Xbox or a computer or a PlayStation.
I've got a PlayStation. I've not played my PlayStation in months.
It's a bit much, this game.
I'm watching Thor play Deliverance Kingdom Come.
Incredible game.
But I find all my instincts are very much against his. So he's like, oh, I need to learn how to make a horseshoe better or something like that.
Yes.
So I can try. And I'm like, could you set fire to their houses and drive the wolves down from the hills and fucking eat them?
And
like
then kill the
people?
wolves? Yeah.
Yeah, and then kill the wolves.
Yeah.
He just always ignores me.
Friend of the show, Ashley Story and Roscoe McClelland have both told me that I should get Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, that's the one that they said, and they said that it will like fucking during the Fringe, that will just fucking chill you out because you've had so much going on, you can just switch off. What do you think?
I mean,
of
it might
this?
also just make you really, really sad. It's such a sad game because he doesn't. Well, I suppose on some level he does find redemption, but
I never really do the missions though. I just became like a kind of race warrior.
Right.
So I sort of started killing all the white people, but without being caught myself. So I'd fucking lasso them and I'd put them on the railway line and stuff like that, and I'd just fucking take it to Whitey.
yeah.
I take it to
Yeah, I'd just fucking stab them in the street and fucking. But I totally undercover.
take it to fucking Whitey, what?
I'd move from town to town and I'd see how big a tally I could get.
Did you ever meet the New Orleans vampire?
No, but I did get to New Orleans, but there's a vampire.
There's a vampire somewhere in New Orleans. You need to go to the right bit at the right time, and then comes after you.
I just wasn't doing enough for the missions. That's always my thing in these things. I get very into killing cops in GTA 6, and or 5, but I will be in 6.
Now there's a conspiracy that you have access to GTA 6.
Me?
And you just let it slip there. You went, yeah, I'll never play the missions in GTA 6. 5.
When
I
is,
have access to the same things everybody else has access
when
to.
is GTA 6 out?
Don't know, like later this year maybe.
They're not gonna. They're just waiting until it's done, which is smart, you know.
As opposed to...
Well, sometimes they release a game before it's done,
Oh,
and you pay £80 and they go, We didn't really finish it. And then you'd keep downloading updates. So Cyberpunk 2077, that was released and they had not finished it.
I had some thoughts about what my style will be in GTA 6. I think I'm going to kidnap cops, if that's possible, and I'm going to kill them and put petrol on the ground and spell the word love and have the cop in the O of love and set fire to it. And
It's a beautiful thing.
phone my wife or lover or whatever I have in this game. Husband, maybe I'm a woman.
Yeah, it's about a couple, I think.
Alright, well I'll phone my husband and go, I'll see how much a tally I can get of love cops
In the O?
in the O.
Wow. That's cool.
Mm.
Yeah, I seen the trailer. It looks quite good. It makes you proud to be Scottish, that game. Makes you proud to have been in Dundee at some point.
Setting fire to prostitutes, shooting at people, robbing stuff. I had this joke in a column somewhere fucking years ago, going, setting fire to prostitutes, robbing people, shooting people for no reason. Where does this Dundee-based software developer get his ideas from?
Yeah.
My pal went to Dundee recently and was just absolutely shocked by it.
At the change.
No, just how shit it was.
Oh. Tell them that this is it on the up.
Yeah,
This is hipster Dundee.
The only work is up.
Aye, say, listen, it was a different place 10 years ago, and it was even worse before then. This is it on the up.
That's a pretty interesting place.
Certainly, I never have to go back.
Yeah.
You two can hedge your bets.
I liked it. The Mexican food scene there is surprisingly competitive, and I like that hotel that kind of overlooks a water park, and you can kind of watch people drown.
What hotel's that?
It's like called like the Wolf Park or something, and it's like a
Wolf
little
Park?
kind of. It's like a kind of like what's
Isn't
that
a
called?
fucking painting here, you cunt? Fucking Dundee Mexican food fucking wolf park.
It's like a wakeboarding centre or something. There's all these ramps and floatable obstacle courses, and you and all your friends get on wetsuits and scamper about the water, and you can sit up in your hotel room and look down at them, sipping a
Daiquiri.
daiquiri, perhaps a canned daiquiri from the local Tesco, with your robe open, looking down at these drowning people. It's a fantastic way to spend a day in Dundee.
Wow. Yeah, there's wee dark places in your brain just now, man. I'm worried about
It's all
you.
just a painting for me.
Fucking hell.
Renoir's painting.
Fucking
According
hell.
to string theory, my friend. This is the first time we've all had a girlfriend. We said this before.
Wow.
Simultaneously. Has
Yeah.
it maybe degraded our urge to create passer? Do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's getting used up?
Got getting used up at home? No. I find I've got a patter limit at home.
What does that mean?
There's only so much she wants to hear from me. And I have to shut the fuck up. It's very subtle, but I can take a hint.
I've had that my whole life. In my relationships, might be why I've got 2 failed marriages, who knows.
Some people really don't want you to talk during a film or a thing at all.
And that annoys me.
It annoys you being whenever somebody talks to me during it, I'm like, please be quiet. This is, you're breaking the rules.
No, I'm going
You're
to tell
breaking
you.
the social contract.
Right, so here's my situation with that, right? If somebody's got a question or something, and they're like, what about that? And I go, all right, that or that.
Someone's got a question.
I'm fine with it, right?
What's
But
the question about, Susie?
oh, if you're maybe watching something, they're like, oh, wait a minute.
Is that him failure?
Right.
Is he
But-
bad?
Do you know what I hate? I hate when you're sitting watching something and somebody comes in, they go, oh, wait till I tell you, and they talk utter inane shite about something that you don't have anything to do with. And I just think, oh, God, just fuck off. And then
Someone talks to me during a film, I go, pause the film? What was it?
I know I do that.
Back to film.
I do that.
The director doesn't want this to be interrupted by...
I do that. I'll pause it. If somebody talks to me, I'll pause it.
I'm just finding I'm just sitting on gold though. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going to forget this gold.
Did you take out a pad? Perhaps a dictaphone? Speak to the dictaphone.
But
instead of
I've
a
already
love
learned. I've switched it off, man.
You've already But you're still relatively like new, and like I know that we're all in kind of new situations, but yours is like really new.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
new
5
enough
months.
in a
Yeah.
consistency level.
Yeah.
So that's, that shouldn't be happening.
True.
The patience is already
Oh
wearing
no! I
thin.
think it's that. It's just like people have. You've got to learn how people want to be treated, and part of that is some people are happy to hear a witticism during an episode of Lena Dunham's Girls. Other people would rather you waited until the end.
Maybe a break
How
when it
is
flashes up girls.
how is Lena Dunham's Girls?
Fantastic! I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
Man.
it's really
fan.
good.
Yeah.
Really good show. The bit where he pees on her and she's like, "Hey, don't do that." It's pretty good. I cried when I watched that episode where the guy's like, what's his name, Ray? It's a shame about Ray. It's a Lemonhead song reference. It's about this kind of, he's like a 40-year-old kind of coffee shop guy, and he always wanted to get involved in comedy or something. And he's just like he's got all these kind of young friends who are like rich, and he owns the coffee shop that they'll work in or something. And his life's just shite, and he just basically has a breakdown on the ferry. And Adam Driver's character has to like comfort him, but he's obviously an artistic legend. He can't actually do that. And I remember crying watching that, going, "That'll be me. I'll be fucking always wishing I'd tried stand up or something." This was before I did stand up.
Yeah, it cures you of that.
Now I'm like, I wish I had any other skill. I wish I'd spent 12 years doing anything else.
Wow.
She's got a new show coming out. Yeah, I don't know. Set in London, because she lives in London.
Does she really?
Yeah.
You never see her at the old,
You never see her about, fucking top secret. Or
Soho.
She's not exactly Bill Nye, who you always see kicking about.
You do always see kicking about. I've seen Bill Nye in the past 3 times I've been to London.
It's embarrassing, man. Can you house Bill?
Huh?
Fucking hell, man.
maybe it's franchised his appearance. It's no him.
Perhaps.
They're all just cuttings.
It's the hologram.
It was a big night last night in Glasgow in terms of music industry. You had Kendrick Lamar and SZA at Hampden Park. You had Kneecap at the O2 Academy after being pulled from the Transmit lineup, and then the Bill Callahan was at the St Luke's, something for everybody,
And Billie Eilish.
and Billie Eilish and fucking Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, Billie Eilish was at the Hydro, and Alanis Morissette had been there 2 nights before. Or
Oh, I see.
or 2 nights.
Oh, what was that? That explains all the. I've seen a lot of like dads and teenage daughters going down to the Hydro, and I thought, are they all going to see Alanis Morissette?
No,
That's
they
not
were
the-
all going to Billie Eilish. So they queued. They were queuing, and I was down that way Sunday and Monday, and all the kids were queuing from about 11 o'clock in the morning. And I remember thinking, oh, fuck, man, I'm so glad I'm past all that. And then I remembered I'm going to see Oasis on Friday. But I also
You're not
seen-
going to queue overnight in a
No,
tent,
fuck no. But I seen them all queuing, and I kind of was like, do you know what? There's something really quite old-fashioned about that. You know what I mean? That those kids are just dying to get down the front, and they want to be there, and that just doesn't fucking happen anymore. And I thought, oh, do you know what? Fair play, man. Enjoy it. Go and fucking have a great time. And all the kids were all... It was a real mixed bag of ages, but they were all like dressed like her and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, I hope you have the fucking best time. And they all appeared to have, because I've seen it in socials, people going, what a concert that was. My kid had a great time and stuff. And you just, that's decent, isn't it? That's all right.
I've only recently engaged with Billie Eilish's work. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
She's thought about ASMR. She's thought about how it sounds in your headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And she's thought about the drop,
Yeah,
And you got
that's
to salute
the
her.
production.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Speaking of, I was Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey was fantastic.
This was built up in your mind and heart for,
Yeah.
I would say, months and months and months
Yeah.
and months. You've been talking about Lana Del Rey.
We got dressed up.
Yeah.
We went to see Lana. The guy beside me, a bit too much of a fan
Of you?
of me. But was fine. Had a chat.
I thought you meant big fan of Lana Del Rey screaming the lyrics to
I think it said to me something like, "Did you get dragged along here as well?" and I was fucking affronted.
You're like, no.
True Lana fan.
Quite the opposite.
Well, he
what
obviously
I mean?
doesn't listen to this fucking podcast.
Well, exactly, like a lot of people. And there were, I think Christopher wouldn't have loved the crowd. They were quite sing-alongy.
I'm a singer
Yeah. But
myself.
a lot of young women
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of kind of dads and old mothers and stuff like that. A really broad kind of base of people. But
It's the power of pop.
couldn't get an Uber up there. Can't drive. Tried to book a black cab. Couldn't get a black cab. Had to get my 81-year-old dad to drive us up there and drive us back. And as Susie said, it was like a proper wee guy going on a date.
Wee guy date.
Is that the first time your girlfriend had met your dad?
Yes.
I love that. I love that. It's like, Da, any chance you can take us up to the concert and come back and get us, Da? I love that. Brilliant.
Was it a fun experience overall? I heard that she had like the full house on the stage.
I enjoyed it. There was a thing in the Irish Times where they went, this isn't enough for a show, it's 14 songs or whatever, and she didn't dance about or whatever. You're like, she's a fucking poet.
Yeah, she's a
She's
fucking...
no fucking Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
She's an
You're
icon.
fucking lucky she's there. She doesn't want to be there. Do you know what I mean? Enjoy it while you can.
Exactly.
Everybody now has got to be, they show you these footballers and they go, this guy's 39 and he's not fucking Ronaldo still. But you're like, not everybody has to be fucking Ronaldo.
Not everybody has to be the fucking Beatles, innit? It's
Yeah.
like that whole thing. Also, as well, I don't need them to have fucking 17 costume changes and fly through the air and set off fucking fireworks. If I'm there for your music, I want to hear your music, not fucking see you in a ball gown.
Yeah, it was decent. It was a decent show from someone who's obviously not designed really to go and play fucking stadiums.
No.
You know, it's quiet, poetic, fragile music.
She's a chantress.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people on the way to Hampden yesterday. A lot of, shall we say, white people wearing do-rags.
Lucky they're not in fucking Red Dead Redemption 2.
They'd be getting lassoed
They're
and
lassoed onto the fucking line at Langside.
Agreed.
Um,
Was this for the Kendrick Lamar?
yeah,
gig?
I was like, where are these people going? I thought it was like a fancy dress thing because they were all wearing like green basketball jerseys and like green bandanas and stuff like that. But I was like, where are you going? And then I remember the Kendrick
Oh,
Scissor playing.
the other day, or the other week, the Orange Walk was out in Glasgow, but it also clashed with Comic Con. So there was lots of furries
Mm-hmm.
about. So you had the oranges, and then you had the furries, and I understood what the fuck, because you explained it to me on this very podcast. Aye, you told me about the furries.
This is Bear on Bear.
It was bear on bear.
Broxy the bear could probably have been
You'd be a
both.
furry.
Yeah. Well, he could walk from one community right to the other.
Aye.
Could you come on Broxy?
Why not? You can come on anything.
I know, but would you? I don't know. Also, could
Would
you?
I?
I feel I would be like, would you rather come on Broxy Bear or Hoopy the Huddlehound?
Oh my god.
It depends who was in. It would depend who was inside the costume.
Really?
I
Even
see-
though you can't see them?
I see through the fur. I see through the fur of the person inside.
You're quite, you
And
quite
that's
on a
a
literal
statement.
level, you quite literally
You
don't.
cannot, yeah. I suppose that's kind of part of the appeal for them is that I could be anybody in here. It's like being a gimp on some level. But you're in a furry costume. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, I've got friends in both camps. It doesn't, I'm more a team Wario.
Oh fucking,
You know,
that's
when it
more
comes to-
upsetting than Broxy, man.
Mario's Super Strikers for the Nintendo GameCube.
I might have a wee look and see if I can get a Nintendo Switch too. Do you know that? And take it to Edinburgh with me. And
Maybe that would be like what the huddle. You huddle round the mascot and fucking wangle it.
A Bukaki huddle.
Oh fucking hell!
Well, like adult football, they're always looking for new revenue streams. Have like a game starts at midnight, and there's a huddle, and they're all just wanking over
Get a
fucking
10-minute
Hoopy the
preview.
But then it's on sports scene. It's part of the regular.
Oh,
Welcome. We've got a feast of football tonight, including the
Dundee United v Falkirk and the Bukaki.
The Murray Jaggies are here.
I can't wait till they
the forest
recreate
mechanics.
it on the big fucking screen and they're like, so the bukkake, this is where it really started from.
And listen, if you look at the angle it came in from, this is textbook. I mean,
He's standing
a lot
with
of these
his
boys
eyes
only getting the distance that what the pros will get, you know. So you kind of basically let it drip it.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Now we're
Actually,
talking, eh?
just,
Who says the patter's tried it?
just been sick in my mouth a little bit.
Those fucking Parkhead fucking lights though, man. The European night of the porn would be amazing. And the competition from Germany
Yeah.
and fucking Disneyland. Disneyland would be a big player in this fucking league.
Jesus
You'd
Christ.
think, yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's been a very cartoony episode. It's like
It's been great.
Popeye.
Popeye's. What was happening with him? He was being olive oil was being ground up. And
He
used
had a
as-
fucking one massive arm from his football career.
I mean, it must have been some kind of fucking birth defect to be a farms like that. It did not look good. That's not a sign of a healthy man.
Can I just check? Have you had Popeye's chicken?
Yeah.
Is it nice?
Do you know? I think it's a wee bit like. Do you know when people used to be like, "Oh, you need to go to Canada and have Tim Hortons"? You know, it's incredible. Then it comes over here, and like, they have the same suppliers as like Greg's or something. So, you're not excited to go to Greg's, just part of your daily life. Whereas I think you would always go, "Oh, I'd love to. I wonder what Popeyes would taste like." You see it in films and stuff, and now it's here, and it's like, it's fine, but you know, it's nothing compared to fucking like Bucks Bar or something.
Just wondering.
Yeah, just another.
Just always wanted to know. Just another fried chicken.
disgusting fucking chain.
A lot of people won't have got past the football mascot Bukkake chat to get that quite serious chicken.
Aye,
review.
aye. Chicken wings is it's a serious issue for me, man. It's a serious issue.
You know, it's just this like you travel and you see every city, and every city's got the same fucking shite, and it's just your whole life is just being controlled by these massive corporations, unfeeling, uncaring. They treat their workers like shite. They treat you like shite. The shiteification of life, and then you just look at like small local companies, and you think, can they support you in some sense?
Christopher Trotsky, Macarthur-Boyd there.
On the global media player.
Yeah. But then, I mean, it's like if you support a local business too much, it will become a monster. You know, I used to go to Mackie and Ramen when there was 3 or 4 Mackie and Ramens in Edinburgh. Now there's one in Leeds and Manchester and London, 3 in Glasgow. Now there's like 9 in Edinburgh, and the standard slipped.
I'll be honest with you, I just don't get enough chicken noodle soup in my life, and I feel that I go to these places thinking I'll be able to get chicken noodle soup.
It's a Chinese dish.
I
I'll tell you
know.
when I got Chinese chicken noodle soup the other day, the Savoy Centre.
Shut up.
Yeah.
In the Savoy Centre?
In the Savoy Centre.
In the karate shop?
No, they have a Chinese in there now.
Oh.
And everything is like the Soviet Union in there now. All the signs on the shops are the same. They're on the same font.
Right.
It's all been done the same way. And you can get a Chinese right at the doorway. And the what's she called? The fortune teller?
Yeah.
Kizzy. Don't know if she's still kicking a ball, but her thing is still there. And on the actual door is stenciled £30 cash. Right. But I would like to get, Kizzy, if you're out there, I'd like to get a psychic reading. And it's still all the usual Savoy Centre madness, but it seems to be under one umbrella with the same font, and it's almost like a
Communist chic.
Soviet. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
My dad is a hairdresser, and he has a scar on his thumb, like right across it, like a proper deep gash, and it's like left. And now his thumb all his fingerprints have been burned off by the chemicals over the years of like massaging and bleaching people's heads, so he doesn't have any fingerprints, and his thumbs are like completely scarred to fuck. So I think my dad maybe is responsible for a lot of the unsolved crimes in Glasgow.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking
Bible, John.
that's like, yeah. Oh, that's the hairdressing. Got rid of the old fingerprints.
You know, the
That old
classic
cliche with the
phrase.
hairdressers not having fingerprints. You know, you often see on CSI the guy obviously wore gloves, or was a hairdresser?
He was a hairdresser. He was fairly well known for his tint jobs.
Fuck's sake.
There was a hitman in Glasgow who used to come in, shoot a person, and then he'd get a bag of hair from a barber's and throw it about the place to fuck up all their DNA. True.
Did they look like me, but like 30 years older? Wow.
You think it's a time travel thing?
No, I don't know my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe, do you know what I mean? I think my stand-up career kind of ran its course. Maybe I should get into murder and kind of wet work, I think it's called in the industry. Become a wet worker.
Wow.
We've certainly killed off the careers of a few people associated with this podcast.
Yeah. Including our own. Again.